Good evening, kids. Metal. Todd here from ToJu Racing. We're upstairs in my computer room right now because I need to go over a few things today. In tonight's chat, we're going over several different subjects tonight. We're going to start with the new track design, which is what you're looking at here. It's very similar to the current track with, a few differences. It's a little bit longer, which is nice. It has more straightaways, which I think is cool. It also has 7 lane changers instead of the 3 that the track currently has. So a couple main changes is the hairpin's no longer here. The hairpin curves are actually going to be this one and this one right here. I don't have the shoulders on there because I was figuring out how much stuff I needed to get shoulder wise and all that stuff. So there'll be a lane changer here, a lane changer here, a lane changer here, lane changer here, lane changer here, and a lane changer here. This will actually go up and overhead over this piece of track. I'm only doing that once. I don't like doing that and obscuring the view. Short version of what I like to call the snake, which is in there right now. Then it goes down into this really tight hairpin that's nested inside this big 230 curve 6-piece. You guys know, sorry, what I mean. Anyway, I'm not sure about the pit. I sometimes don't like where the pit is, but it's not so much the pit, it's the start. I don't like the start coming right off the curve. This will be better though because now we have shoulders. Right now we just have guardrails, which I'm going to do a track tour here in a second. And that was because I didn't have shoulders, but we're going to alleviate that problem soon. But part of my dilemma is none of the lane changers came in. The expansion set didn't come in that comes with this one and one of these. And then I also ordered another double. So that will give me, like I said, the 7, and that will put lane changers just about everywhere you can. And that gives you the one out of the pit so that you don't hit the guy coming out. Plus you can change lanes there and there. So you got a lot of variety. All right. So I really like this new layout. Like I said, it's pretty much the same because the track does this right now. It just does a loop. Then it does the hairpin here to here. But I figured it would be better to go from here to here. You could get, the true speed out of your car. You can really unleash it. And that's why we're here, is to go fast, but also to negotiate, the curves. And we've got, quite a bit of technicals in here to deal with in addition to the straights. So I like this new layout. The current layout is money and it's a blast to ride. So this is like Skipper Speedway 2.0. And if we don't like it, we can always change it. Now, a couple problems I had while I'm up here I can mention is my table's not big enough. I'm thinking about adding a very short extension back here, and then I'm going to put a diagonal piece right here so that we can have, this will fit and we can move that this way a little bit because there is room at that end to move the whole thing down just a touch. As you can see, it's just slightly hanging off. So if we add just about 6 to 8 inches right here at what Mike likes to call the crotch, that will give the ability to push everything that way just a couple inches, which should give us the ability to do it and fit it on the table without any more major changes. I'd like to not build the table any bigger unless I really have to. All right, let's head downstairs and we're going to do a quick track tour, and I'll kind of explain what I'm going to do to the current track with the pieces that I did have come in whilst I wait for the rest of the lane changers and what have you. There's Phoebe. Say hi, Phoebe. She's tired. It's been a long day. All right, let's head downstairs. I hope everybody's doing well on this Saturday. It's been a busy day here. I had to run to Costco, had to mow the lawn. I got a whole acre to mow, so it's quite a bit. Got me a margarita I made. Cheers, everybody. Life's too short to drink bad booze. All right, turn Black Knight on. He's going crazy. Needs a new back glass. Got Black Knight and Pinbot on. I was playing Pinbot earlier. Black Knight actually needs a repair, but it's all good. We're gonna shut him off because he's making far too much noise. All right, quick correction from yesterday on my video. I was into a couple margaritas, so I said that this was a box of 330 turns. This is actually the small expansion set with the 2 straights and 4 330 turns, and I have a specific use for those. And the other box of 230 curves, which I need for the big nesting curve. Now Pinbot's making noise. I'm actually going to sell Pinbot. Anybody in the Midwest want one? Let me know. Plays 100%. It's in good shape. But anyway, that's another matter. And these are all parts for the new track, but I will be using a few of these and both of these boxes. We need one more box. I should have had 3 boxes. I'm not sure why that happened. I'm going to check into that. No big deal, though. Can't really use all of them yet anyway. All right, the track tour I mentioned. It's like an old stoplight there that I got from a garage sale for $5. No, sorry, I think it was $10. Heads up, shout out to Patrick, my neighbor. Anyway, all right, so here is Skipper's Speedway. All right, so we start here. I added these just with some white electrical tape and cut some thin strips, and worked out really good for my start points. First, we had them really close. That didn't work out so good. Everybody slammed into each other right off the bat. But, you know, you play and you learn. All right, so you start here. Then you come around this tight curve, and that's another thing. I don't like it going right into a curve, so that's going to be better when the starting gate's right about here. So, and then you go past pit row. Pit row's pretty full. A lot of my buddies left their cars here. I'm doing some tune jobs, so these over are mine. I still need to do a closer look of the 3 cars that came with the Retro Grand Prix race set, which would be that Worth car, the Worth Monte Carlo. No, that's a Zach Speed Turbo Capri. There's the Lancia Monte Carlo and the Creamer Porsche. That Creamer Porsche is my fastest car. But I'm going to do a closer look of those this week. All right, so back to the subject at hand. So you start out there and you come around. You do have a lane changer so that you can get into the pit. Here's your pit. You know, if you don't have a Bluetooth yet, run this thing backwards and your lights will blink when you need gas. And as you fill up, your lights will blink as well. It works really well if you don't have a Bluetooth and you want to add fueling in. If somebody wants me to, I can do a short video that will go about that a little better and explain it. Okay, so after the pit, then there's a hard 180 that comes out with a little bit of an S action. This corner is pretty easy with the guardrail, but I'm going to put the shoulders on it and make it uneasy and make it fair as it should be, which will be cool. And I've got the extra shoulder that I can do that piece right there. Then that comes around into another technical turn. Here you can also switch lanes if you wish, and this will be shouldered as well, which is cool. And then it goes into that snake thing I mentioned, which I'm going to replicate in the new track. And then it comes around, as you can see, just kind of like the other track does. And then it does this big hairpin thing. This thing's pretty tricky. I've actually, and several of my buddies, we've slid all the way through that into this, which is pretty sweet. I don't have enough shoulders to do this one because that third box didn't get in, but that's okay. I am gonna shoulder that, then extend this out, and then the guardrail will come out and you can start getting sideways right there if you want to. Then of course is our lane change into the high bank to high bank. Like I said, those are going to get moved. This one will go to here, and then that one will go down there. Anyway, after the high bank, then you got the big long straight where you can race to the finish. And race you do. And these, another thing I picked up from Carrera Slots, these crash walls are really nice. This one actually has some advertising on it. Looks really nice. These work super, super good. They weren't great as guardrails, which is kind of what they are right now. Don't have enough shoulders to really fix this. So these are going to have to stay as is until I change the track. Once I change the track, that won't be a problem anymore. One thing about this is you can rail in so fast that you can jump the track and miss your sensor right here. That I really don't like that. That's a pain in the butt. But a little closer look. Here's some of those flags I was talking about. I am going to do a video of how I made these. It's really easy. Really easy. I picked the stickers up from a site on Etsy, and when I do the video, I'll link the stickers. This is my winner's circle. And we got a track official there giving everybody the green lap, and one of the track babes waving to all the drivers. So we haven't started doing qualifiers yet. We're going to. We haven't quite figured that out, but we're probably just going to give somebody 2 laps and the best time out of the 2, which is a really good, easy way to let them have the track. Then it's all about what they can do by themselves. But what we do right now is we use good old-fashioned D20 from Dungeons and Dragons. A 2. That's my normal roll. I usually get crap like that, and then I'm way back there. Anyway, so there's a quick track tour, and we'll do a flyby here of the cars. I'll do a shout out here. That's Den, that's Adam, that's Kurt, that's Mike, that Corvette pace car. Pretty cool car. I tuned that, runs a little better, which is nice. Mike's race truck, or sorry, Dave. That is Dave's race truck, Dave's Corvette. And then there's my Porsche, my Golf Porsche, my Audi. Both these cars are really nice. They run about the same, slightly better with the Golf maybe. The Kramer's the fastest of them all. The Lancia is kind of the house ghost car. It's a little slower. I don't know why. Not much, but a little bit. My Plymouth, I took the rear magnet out of this, so it fishtails a lot. I'm real excited about the corners. I'm trying to get my buds to go with it on that. We'll see. The race truck, super fun to drive the race trucks. Anyway, so there's the pit tour and the slight track tour. Don't get a white flag when you're coming out of the pit, you know what I mean? Pit wall, Skipper Speedway. This track's actually dedicated to my late father. So, and then we got some nice decor around. Quick tour of the room. I'm a big Mopar guy. Got a 65 Plymouth Belvedere out there in my garage with the 440. I'll have to do a video of that. Got a dartboard. Nobody ever plays. Here's the monitor. Den, my friend Den helped out on that. He brought the monitor over and picked up the adapter so that we can broadcast everything from the Smart Racing app on there. We actually want to eventually get that mounted up in that corner. Then it'll be easy for everybody to see. Like right here, they're looking at the track. Right now, you kind of got to look. But you hear it, and that covers it more than anything. You can glance over at it. We're working on everybody figuring out where they want to stand. Then I'm going to get some extensions from, I can't remember who. When I'll do a video on it, I'll link them. But you can get extensions, then I can run them under the track and what have you. So, all right, let me head out here and take a seat. We'll continue our chat here. Hello. Oh, I fell over. All right, there we are. All right, hang on just a second here. All right, sorry, I thought the dog was doing something there. Cheers again. All right, so we did race night last Saturday. First night with the app. It went really well. I don't know if you watched some of the videos that are on the channel, but they're kind of cool. We're still getting better. You know, we've got a lot to learn. Everybody's still trying to learn how to stay on the track. We're all getting better at it. I try to practice a little bit every day if I can, since, you know, I have access to the track, which is nice. This is a really neat thing, and I want to thank all my buddies who helped out on this. So my friends actually chipped in money for the track. I want to thank Dave the Hat Man. I want to thank Mike. I want to thank Kurt. I want to thank Denny. Den helped out with money and the TV and other stuff. And I want to thank David N as well. That's great. They chipped in money, and they came up with this idea. So every race night, they all give $5 for dues, or however you want to put it. And it goes into a track fund. And, you know, I can do whatever I want with that. I'm actually going to take all that money and put it towards track upgrades. So what I'm saving for now is the start light, the Carrera start light, which is really cool aesthetically, and makes the starts look really cool too. So that's kind of good. So I make my own margarita with my own limeade. I'm gonna put my limeade recipe in the comments down below, and you can check that out. Pinbot. So anyway, I'll put that in the comments down below, and put my Margarita recipe in there. And it's a great margarita. It's top shelf. You know what? I'm gonna shut Pinbot off because he's making more noise than I want. I should have thought of that. Okay, so the track dues thing's really cool. And like I said, I'm gonna put that towards track upgrades and make the track better, scenery and all that. Mike's actually he has a 3D printer, and he's working on getting that going because it was broke or something. I guess those things break a lot. I don't know, I don't have one. I've thought about getting one, but I've got so much crap and stuff to work on and figure out. Home ownership by yourself is kind of a pain in the butt, but we're not going to get into that, are we? So yeah, Mike's going to do that. He's going to make us all drivers, and we can paint them up in the way we want them to be, and then we can put them in the winner's circle. We'll get a podium and all that good stuff. It'll be pretty cool. You know, it's fun. We get to be a kid again, and like I've said for many years, I've coined this quote myself: be a kid as often as possible, because being a grown-up is overrated, and responsibility is a bunch of chains. Hold you down. But starting to sound like a hippie. I don't want to do that. Anyway, so yeah, the track dues thing. What else is going on? So, like I said, I'm waiting on the following things still. I'm waiting on a check lane. Just some pit crew guys. We're going to get silicone tires for all the GT cars and run them on just the GT cars. The rest of them, we're just going to run the regular rubber tires, and I'd like everybody to pull magnets. I'm politicking for that. We'll see, but I'm not going to force them. We're buds. We want to have fun. You know what I mean? I need one more box of the quarter straights, one more box of the 160 outside shoulders, and then I'm also waiting on one double lane changer and one of the expansion kits that has the double lane changer, the side lane changer to out of pit row, and then another turn lane changer. And I don't really want to change the track in its current sense. I think I might be able to build that new track. I probably have enough parts, but it'll only have 3 lane changes, and that won't be any good. And then another problem that I just started to notice recently is power. So I did not run the the power extensions, even though I picked them up. I knew I'd need them eventually, and I just put them in. And when I first put it in, it didn't seem like it was a problem, but I do notice that when you're on the far side of the track, in between the bank is where you really notice it. It starts to slow down. So the new track's not that much longer than this one. It should be good with just the one, but I can always splice in more if needed. So when I rebuild the track, I am going to build these in. I'm not going to do it now. It's not that big of a deal. It's somewhat noticeable, and because the new stuff's supposed to be shipping within, like, I think 2 more weeks, and that's not very long. Things have been really busy lately. I live in the Midwest in Iowa, and we've had all this bad weather for all week. This whole week I've had to clean my yard out from all the debris from the windstorms and the big limbs that have come down. Nothing giant, nothing damaged my house. I'm very blessed in that aspect. There's a lot of people that have had their homes destroyed here in Iowa, in Greenfield, and even here in Polk County. And, God bless all those folks and all that. So, bad weather's a bitch. There's a bunch of it going on right now, I think, in Oklahoma. And I don't know how those guys live down there, but they're strong folk. Anyway, so back to the track and all of that. So there's the track updates. I am going to do a video on those flags this week. It'll be a short video, but just how I made those. That's super simple. It's just some thick skewers and some parts I had laying around, some hardware, and then the flags I picked up off of Etsy. from a guy in the UK. And here they are, actually, right here. It's got every country, which is really cool, and some checkered flags. I just did a couple checkered flags to do a test, but I'll show you how I did these. It's super simple. It's entry-level craft stuff. This guy also makes these, which are really nice. I think they're just a tad small. They go really good on those crash walls, though, and I'm going to do the outside of the crash walls, too, so it'll look really trick. But, you know, these were only like $5 a sheet, so that's not very much. And the flags were under $5, so then the shipping was like $2. It was out of the UK, so that's a pretty good haul for under 20 bucks that, you know, is a lot of cool decorations on your track. The flags look really nice. Once you have all the countries there lining the pit row and everything, I think that'll look pretty cool. Let's see, I'm just about ready to wrap it up here. The next thing I did want to discuss is what car am I going to get next? I don't know. I've been thinking about that, and I don't know if I want to get another digital Carrera car. I mean, there is a... I got a thing for Porsche and Golf. There's a Golf, I think it's a 925 Spider, or something like that. And it's really cool. But it's another $85 car, which, you know, I spent a lot of money on stuff. But, you know, anybody in the hobby knows that's just how it is, especially like for track stuff. So, I don't know. What I was looking at is the Skelectrix 1970 white Challenger. It looks just like the Vanishing Point Challenger. But you got to chip that car. And I haven't run one of those yet. If anybody's run one of those, maybe they can answer. I did some research and they said it's pretty much close to being the same, but do those chip Skelectrix cars on the Carrera track, do they run just like a Carrera car speed-wise and all that? I noticed the guides are a little bit different. I'm not sure if you can buy an upgraded guide for that. You probably can. Or if you need to, that's kind of another question. So if anybody knows that, please comment. I'd love to know. So I was thinking about that. There's a bunch of Skelectrix cars I really like. But what I really want to get probably is either the Hot Rod or one of those Pioneer Legends cars. I really like the Dodge Coupe, and I really like the Chevy Coupe in the Golf livery. So I thought about getting, there's a blue kit. You can, it's pre-painted in the Golf colors, the blue and the orange, and then it's got, you know, you build it yourself, put the body on, and then the decal sets you can put on all yourself, which is really cool, so you can make your own car out of it, which is neat. Then it won't be like one you just bought out of the box. Not that I think I'm going to run into anybody with one that would be like I bought out of the box, but, you know, making your own car is really cool. You know? Having something custom like that. I think so, anyway. Let me see. I think that's about everything I wanted to go over. You know, I'll probably forget something later, but... Anyway, this one's kind of long, sorry, but it's just kind of me rambling, and, you know, if you're still here, cool, I appreciate it. And so thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for liking the channel. If you haven't, please like the video and give me a subscribe if you haven't. We really appreciate it when you do. It helps promote the channel and all that. Oh, a couple other things I did think about, just in closing. I am working on, Den's helping me. We're working on getting a little intro video, just a little like 5-second intro, nothing special. My friend Mike's working on making a logo for me. We actually have a design I kind of like. We're just finalizing that. Then I can watermark, and it'll be part of the intro too. I'm thinking about have it like drive in and screech or something like that. Anyway, it'll be kind of neat. So anyway, like I said, thanks for watching. Have a great night and a great long holiday weekend. This is Todd from ToJu Racing signing out. Metal, race on.